The daily battle inside your mind. Almost everyone has experienced this. You decide to change. You promise yourself. You feel motivated. You say, "I'll start tomorrow. I'll be disciplined this time. I'll control myself." And for a short time, it works. Then something happens. You fall back into the same habits, the same reactions, the same behaviors. And you ask yourself, why can't I control myself? Why does my willpower disappear? Why do I know what to do, but still don't do it? The answer is not weakness. The answer is not laziness. The answer is not lack of intelligence. The answer is simple and scientific. Willpower belongs to the conscious mind. Habits belong to the subconscious mind. And when these two conflict, the subconscious almost always wins. The big truth most people never learn. Here is the truth that changes everything. Willpower was never designed to control your life. Willpower is temporary. It is limited. It gets exhausted. The subconscious mind, on the other hand, never sleeps, never gets tired, never stops running. That is why it wins. Not because it is evil, not because it is stubborn, but because it is built for automation, not effort. What willpower really is. Willpower is the ability of the conscious mind to override impulses temporarily. It allows you to resist temptation, force a decision, push through discomfort. Willpower is useful, but it is fragile. It depends on mental energy, focus, emotional state, stress levels, fatigue. When any of these drop, willpower weakens. This is not a moral failure. This is biology. The conscious mind, powerful but limited. The conscious mind thinks logically, makes plans, sets goals, analyzes outcomes. But it has very limited capacity. It can focus on one thing at a time, hold only a few thoughts, get overwhelmed easily. This is why you feel drained after long decisions. Discipline fades at night. Stress reduces self-control. Willpower uses conscious energy, and conscious energy is finite. The subconscious mind, the real controller. The subconscious mind controls habits, emotional reactions, automatic behaviors, comfort zones, self-image, identity. It does not think. It does not analyze. It does not debate. It simply executes learned programs. And once a program exists, it runs automatically. That is efficiency. Why the subconscious mind always wins. The subconscious mind wins because it runs automatically. It requires no effort. It operates 24/7. It controls the nervous system. Willpower is like lifting a heavy weight with your arms. The subconscious is like gravity. You can resist gravity for a moment, but gravity never stops pulling. The real purpose of the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind has one main purpose: survival through efficiency. It does not care about your goals, your dreams, your potential. It cares about familiarity, safety, energy conservation. Familiar feels safe, even if familiar is painful. Why familiar patterns feel stronger than goals? Your goals live in the conscious mind. Your habits live in the subconscious. When you try to change, the subconscious asks, "Is this familiar?" If the answer is no, it triggers discomfort. This discomfort is often misinterpreted as fear, laziness, resistance, self-sabotage. But it is actually protection. Willpower versus habit, a losing battle. Trying to change habits with willpower is like fighting a river with your hands, holding your breath forever, forcing yourself not to blink. You might succeed briefly, but the system will reset. Habits exist to reduce effort. Willpower increases effort. The brain always chooses the path of least resistance. Why motivation is not reliable. Motivation is emotional energy. It comes and goes. It depends on mood, inspiration, circumstances. That is why people feel motivated after watching a video, reading a book, hearing a speech. But motivation fades. The subconscious does not run on motivation. It runs on repetition and familiarity. The willpower trap. The willpower trap sounds like this. If I try harder, I will succeed. But trying harder increases stress, pressure, inner conflict. Stress activates survival responses. Survival responses strengthen old habits. So trying harder often makes things worse. Why stress makes habits stronger. Under stress, the conscious mind weakens. The subconscious takes over. This is why you overeat under stress. You procrastinate under pressure. You react emotionally when tired. Stress pushes control to the subconscious, and the subconscious chooses familiarity.
Why willpower works at first. Many people ask, if willpower is so weak, why does it work sometimes? Because novelty activates attention, new goals feel exciting, conscious focus is high at the beginning, but novelty fades. The subconscious waits. Once attention drops, old programs resume. The subconscious mind is patient. The subconscious does not rush. It does not argue. It simply waits for the conscious mind to get tired, and it always does. This is not manipulation. This is design. Identity, the hidden reason willpower fails. Identity lives in the subconscious. You act in alignment with who you believe you are. If subconsciously you believe, I am undisciplined, I always fail, this is just how I am, then willpower fights identity, and identity always wins. Why people blame themselves. When willpower fails, people say, I lack discipline, I am weak, something is wrong with me. This creates shame. Shame creates stress. Stress strengthens subconscious habits. The cycle continues. This is not a personal flaw. This is misunderstanding. The subconscious mind learns differently. The subconscious learns through repetition, emotion, association, environment. It does not learn through logic, force arguments, self-criticism. Willpower uses logic. Habits use learning. Why habits feel automatic. Habits are stored as neural pathways. The more a pathway is used, the stronger it becomes. The faster it activates, the less conscious effort it needs. This is neuroplasticity. The brain adapts to what you repeat. Why willpower can't compete with neural pathways. Willpower is a thought. Habits are physical wiring in the brain. Thoughts are temporary. Neural pathways are structural. This is why awareness alone is not enough. The real way change happens. Change does not happen by forcing behavior. Change happens by reprogramming the subconscious, creating new familiarity, repeating new patterns calmly, reducing inner resistance. This is not instant, but it is permanent. Willpower has a proper role. Willpower is not useless. It has one important role: directing attention and intention. Willpower decides what to focus on, what to practice, what environment to choose. But it should not be used to force behavior long-term. The correct relationship between willpower and the subconscious. Think of it this way. Willpower is the trainer. The subconscious is the muscle. You don't build muscle by holding it tense forever. You build it through repetition. Why gentle change works better. Gentle change reduces resistance, feels safe to the subconscious, builds consistency. Force creates rebellion. The subconscious resists force. It responds to safety and repetition. Why self-hypnosis and repetition work. Self-hypnosis works because it calms the conscious mind. It reduces resistance. It creates focused repetition. This is why affirmations work better in relaxed states. Habits change through calm consistency. Identity shifts gradually. The real reason the subconscious always wins. The subconscious always wins because it controls the nervous system. It controls emotional reactions. It controls habit execution. Willpower can interrupt briefly. The subconscious runs continuously. That is not failure. That is efficiency. The turning point. Stop fighting. Start training. Once you understand this, everything changes. You stop asking, why can't I control myself? You start asking, what is my subconscious trained to do? And more importantly, how can I retrain it? The path forward. Real change happens when you reduce self-judgment, stop forcing, build new familiarity, use repetition, create supportive environments, work with your brain, not against it. Final truth. Willpower was never meant to control your life. The subconscious was. The problem is not that the subconscious wins. The problem is that most people never learn how to train it. Once you do, change stops being a struggle. It becomes natural. Closing. You are not broken. Your mind is not weak. Your willpower is not defective. You have simply been using the wrong tool. When willpower stops fighting the subconscious and starts guiding it, the battle ends. And that is where real change begins.